Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly television show called Team Chicago Channel. It's my website, teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv. My email, teamdan45@gmail.com. Rob Williams, a good friend of mine, invited me to go trail ride in Colorado. So we rode 2 days. It was a great adventure. In the next 20 to 22 minutes, I'm going to show you some of the footage. I put 2 shows together back then. We're going to condense it down and show some of this magnificent footage riding in Colorado. And I got to really plan on getting back out there again in the near future. And don't forget my website, teamchicago.tv.
In the middle of the Taylor Reservoir area, Gunnison National Forest, and I'll tell you, some great trails, great views. Some of the trails are just like Illinois. Some of the trails, you're up and down hills. You know, it's not as rocky as when I rode out in California one time. There's still some good dirt to ride in. There's still some good mud to ride in, and but the scenery is unbelievable. So today we went out, we rode around for a while. I'm going to show you some of the helmet cams, show you some of the scenery, and then tomorrow morning we're going to be heading out again.
We are looking across the valley, watching cars climb up to the Cottonwood Pass. At 12,126 feet, we are west of Colorado Springs. We are in the Taylor Reservoir area, part of the Gunnison National Forest. I have joined my friend Rob Williams and his wife Terri, and we are going to be riding this area along with the Colorado Trail Consultancy. Let's meet Geoff Thorsen.
CTC, Colorado Trail Consulting, we really want to get people out here who are you know, all ability levels, you know, beginners, experts, whatever, and we want to be able to cater to them. We want to cook for them, good grub, you know, couple breakfast, dinner, and a snack on the trail, and you know, we know a lot of the trails out here that most people don't. A lot of people don't know about, especially if you're going to be coming from Illinois and you want to find, you know, if you only have a limited number of days in which to ride, 3 days, you want to find the best stuff right away. And if you were to just come out and kind of poke around here and there, you're not always going to find the best stuff. That, you know, certainly not the stuff that suits your ability the best. So, you know, we know the trails, and not just here in this valley, but all over the state. So, you know, we think that we can set you up with some really good information about the trails and what's going to suit you.
Well, as Geoff follows Terri, he's at the back of the pack. There's 5 of us riding, and you can see Terri rides real good through this tree section as we head up to the high valleys in Colorado. Well, as Geoff follows Terri downhill, Terri's going to tell us about her trail riding experience.
The first time I was on a trail was in Albany, New York last summer, and there wasn't anything like this. And I thought I was really doing something. There was like a 3-inch jump, and I thought, woo, I can do jumps. Well, today was a little different. Actually, I've been here since Monday. So Tuesday we went out, Wednesday we went out. Trail guides came on Thursday and took us to some great places. And on Friday, again, which is today, oh, man, even some more spectacular views and riding, and the skill. My skill level has increased so much. One place that I fell twice, when we first got here, I was able to come down that today with no problem. The trails are, The only people on some of these trails are the regular, like 21 speed, I don't know what you call mountain bikers. I don't see any horse. I couldn't see a horse on the trails we were on today. It's just a one track. They call it one track. And you're in a valley type, I call it a valley prairie. The mountain up to the huge mountains to your right, and to your left you have like a little hill, and you're sideways riding on this one track. And down below is a creek or a river. And unless I stopped, I couldn't see the view because I was very much watching the trail ahead of me. And it was wonderful with the trail guides because I had one in front and a couple riders and then one in back. And so if I had trouble, I always knew I had someone there to help pick up my bike if needed, which was needed.
As you jump back to me, and ahead of me is Rob. In front of Rob is Dave Dyke. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, I think it's just the scenery and the difficulty of trails. I've been riding out here like probably about Geoff's same amount of time, probably 5 to 6 years we've been coming out here. And, we've met people from Missouri, from the Midwest, from the West. A lot of people just come here because it's a very challenging place for riding and very beautiful. It's just, it's kind of a unique place. It's just, you're in the high alpine country, so we're up here in altitude. You have to jet your bikes accordingly, and it's just, there's not, there's a lot of riding. This is a big valley here, and you can cover a lot of ground.
The trail we are on now is a medium difficulty trail. I am riding a 220 Kawasaki. It is a two-stroke motorcycle, a perfect bike for this kind of terrain. This trail has good dirt, some roots, some rocks, and I had a chance to talk to my good friend Rob Williams, and he's going to tell us about the setup for this ride.
Geoff was telling me how to set the bike up, and he said skid plates, heavy-duty inner tubes with slime, and bark busters. It's like you get ready to do battle, and it is like battle out there, keep the thing moving, just keep it moving, And the more I got into dirt bikes, the more curious I was about trail riding and stuff. And we do the 3-hour endurance race every year at Lake Koshkonong in Wisconsin. And my buddies Chad and Tony told me about this enduro guy, this badass enduro guy from Colorado. And his name's Geoff Thorsen. So he rode on our endurance team. And sure enough, he's a badass rider. And he started talking about his little venture he's trying to get going here, Colorado Single Track Tours. And of course you were there, Dan, at the 3-hour race, and we decided we need to shoot some video. So here we are.
As Geoff continues to follow Terri, the great trails in Colorado, through the Alpine Valley, through the trees. Rob comes flashing by. Terri looks great, having a great time. Dave flashes by. High speed.
catch up with Terry. As we see Dave come flashing by. He's the leader of the group. And I'll tell you, it's really nice having people with you that know the trails, know where to go. Here comes Rob, and Terri, and Geoff. Blazing the trails, knowing where the good trails are, and what beautiful scenery. This is Colorado, no doubt about it. The Rocky Mountains. As Dave continues to lead the pack, break trail. They head on out in this big valley. Terri looks great. She's having big fun, no doubt about it. As Dave heads out to explore more trails, more miles, the leader of the pack. The surface was absolutely perfect. And now Dave's going to tell us a little bit about the trails out here and why it's helpful to have someone that knows where they're going.
To find good trails to suit your ability is going to take more than one trip out here because there's so many trails and you're not going to ride them all. You could be out here for a week and not hit the same trail twice. So there's quite, a selection, and you're not always going to find trails that suit your ability. You might get in over your head, or there's obviously, it's on the upper end of the skill level. I mean, there's some beginner trails, but I would say the percentage of trails are more on the advanced side. So it's, but there's plenty of Jeep roads and easy riding. It's just when you get into some of these single tracks, you start getting into these trails that you get in over your head because they start getting pretty rough. You descend down some steep hills that you might not be able to come back up. And you got to be able to, if you're going to start a trail, you want to be able to make sure you can finish it and get all the way through safely. And there's a lot of water crossings. You'll come across a lot of water crossings, boulder fields that you got to ride through, and steep uphills, downhills, tree roots. And one of the, there's some very difficult trails that we ride that we like to ride, and it tests our ability for sure, because there's some of these out here that I don't know if I'd want to try to go up certain hill climbs, because it's just going down and you're going, I don't know if I could get back up this one. And, but that's the beauty of this place. There's a lot of great terrain to be had.
Now this is the kind of trails I like. Some speed, great scenery, good dirt. What a great day. This is probably one of the best rides I've ever been on. A little bit of everything.
It was a great day of riding, and after a good night's sleep, it was time to make plans for the next day's ride. We are going to take on the Star Trail, a little bit tougher than what we rode.
Get ready for some breakfast, and then we're getting ready to go ride. Today, it's only going to be Rob Williams, and Geoff Thorsen. Dave's going home. Terry's not going to ride. Geoff's wife is heading back to work.
as Rob gets ready, and we're going to be riding the Star Trail. As Geoff heads out, we've entered the Star Trail. It's kind of easy in this section, but this is one of the toughest trails out there. But with Colorado Trail Consulting, Geoff has invited me out. 2 days of big fun. The Rocky Mountains in Colorado, the Gunnison National Forest. As Geoff turns around and waits, as Rob and myself make it across this creek. Geoff has started this business in order to help trail riders fully enjoy the Colorado experience. We're starting an incline. We got to climb up the side of a mountain, so we'll be hitting a bunch of switchbacks. And the dirt trail has turned into a rock trail. Rocks and roots. This Kawasaki 220 is working well. But this is an A trail for A-class riders. Well, I move out on my own. I'm up front. If I get the momentum going, I want to keep going. This is some tight switchbacks. If you look at the tree angle, you can see we're at about a 20% incline here. This is by far the toughest trail I have ever ridden. I struggle up, staying on the gas as much as possible. But trying to get up to second gear so I can use some torque in the engine instead of just screaming it. These switchbacks go back and forth as we go up the side of this mountain. And don't look to the right. It isn't a cliff, but I hate to go down off the side of the hill. I'm making pretty good progress. When I get up top and it levels off, I'll wait for Rob and Geoff. As we come on board with Geoff, he lays back a little bit so he can get on the gas. Both Rob and myself are riding a little bit too slow for him to fully enjoy it. So every once in a while he lays back a little bit so he can get on the gas, charge through these trails like the A-rider that he is. So you can see you can do the Star Trail at this speed in about 20 minutes. With us it took quite a bit longer. We came up to this rock face cliff, and I had Geoff ride the Kawasaki up this boulder area. Then another rider from Castle Rock, Colorado, he comes by. His son had a little problem getting up, but he didn't seem to have much of a problem. There's an experienced rider. Now Geoff went back down. Get his Yamaha. So he tries to find a smooth way up, stay on the gas. Kills the engine. But Geoff's one hell of a rider. He knows his way around. He knows how to provide ample trails, an ample challenge. He's a good cook, too.
We finally came to the end of the Star Trail. As Geoff follows Rob, I went ahead. You see that mountain in the distance? That's the mountain I decided to climb. We came this far, I wanted to climb a mountain. We are on a Jeep trail now, a 2-track. Geoff is going to signal to Rob to pull over. That is the mountain that I climbed up with the Kawasaki. Geoff is going to catch up with Rob and then come up the mountain to join me for a spectacular view of the valley below.
Gone up that way. I think you did. That's the way down, though. That's the way down. I bet you went up there. Can't hear him. Boy, good spot for a shot. Nice shoot. Hey. This is the way you take the photo, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted him to stop here. Which way did the track go? That's the Forest Oak. I bet you went up that way. Think you'll come back? Just don't stay here. I ain't moving. Don't go anywhere. I'm staying right here. And I'll gather him up. Awesome.
And as Geoff heads off to find me, he explained what kind of group of riders he's looking for to come out to Colorado.
I think the ideal number of riders, not including myself and another helper if we should decide to go on these trails that we've consulted about, is 8. 8 riders is just about perfect. You don't want to get too split up, and especially if they're riders of varying abilities, you could get, kind of do an assessment the first day of abilities and skill levels and what people want to do. If some people want to cruise around on the trails that we were on the last couple of days with Terri and Rob and just look at some cool things, but still do some nice, smooth single track, you could split that group up the second day, and the second group could go out and do the hardest stuff out here if they wanted to. We'll show them. The range difficulty in the whole state, like anywhere else, is going to be, a novice rider that's ridden dirt bikes a little bit. They don't have to be great. They need to be fairly confident and and be able to ride safely and know the limitations. That's extremely important. You have to know your limitations. So there are trails that we can take those people on, and there are trails that, pro riders, pro woods riders are going to have trouble going fast through. So it spans the gamut, really. Number one, I would say the biggest concern, danger-wise, is that you're in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna have an ambulance here in 20 minutes, next to. You're not gonna crash in the ditch next to the road. So you need to be very careful if you crash out in the middle of nowhere, that it's not a very severe crash and that you can walk away from it, because we have helped injured riders out, and it's a long ordeal. So it's best to not even have it happen.
So I guess you could say we had a safe ride, a great ride. It's great to be safe. I understand what he means. Cell phones don't work in this valley, up on these mountains. This is out in the middle of nowhere. So safe riding is key. to a fun ride as Geoff catches up with me. We're on the top of the mountain. I had a great time. End of the ride for the day, except when we ride back to camp. So Rob's down below. We're waving to him to come on up. Geoff Thorsen, Dave Dyke. I tell you, Geoff has put together a great concept, Colorado Trail Consulting.
A special thanks to Geoff and Dave for showing us such great trails, and to Rob and Terri for lining up this great trip to Colorado to ride in the Rocky Mountains. But Geoff has moved to the west slope of Colorado, and he is involved with WestCore. WestCore is a not-for-profit group to keep the lands open for all user groups: dirt bikers, mountain bikers, horsemen and women, ATV riders and hikers. These groups work together to maintain and preserve public lands for all to enjoy. Their website, go to highlandcycle.com, WestCore. On Facebook, it's Western Colorado Riders and Enthusiasts. Check it out and find out more about riding in the west slope of Colorado. To contact me, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. Contact me and let me know what you think of this clip on YouTube. And remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action.